Hey, this is Braun from Mastodon, and if you're not watching Rock Alarm, I'm going to come to your house and punch you in the face. The first real concept record we did was the Moby Dick one, Leviathan, and we just kind of felt like it helped us to be a little more unified in the writing process, like we had something to look at, and something to think about the whole time we were writing. So it helps us to get motivated, and it helps us to get the writing process started a little faster, and keeps us more focused with a running theme throughout the record. Another inspiration for that is obvious. We are all into old 70s prog rock, like Genesis, Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, and not to mention King Diamond and those concept records that he did with Abigail and Them and Conspiracy. So I don't know. We've always just been big fans of concept albums and having a story, and I think it just gives the listener a lot more to grab onto if they can, if they're a fan of the band. There's like another aspect to the album then, I think, that they can, builds a whole world that the fans can be a part of with us. Each album is elementally themed, but there's many different elements. So there's more than just four. So this is the Ether record.
So what's coming next then? Have you got all the four elements as far as?
I don't know. There's a lot. If you get into the Chinese elements, then you got wood and all that. So yeah.
Okay, we're waiting for the wood.
Yeah, the wood record.
You've been working with Brandon O'Brien for the last album, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
For that one too.
No, just this one, Crack the Sky.
How's it like if you work with some kind of hit producer? Does it have more influence, or does it change the work of Mastodon?
No. It was a lot of fun. Like, he was a fun guy to hang out with. You know what I mean? He was really personable, very musical guy. He worked really quickly, and he works out of Atlanta, so we were home for the duration of the recording, and it was a blast. We had a lot of fun. He had a lot of he knew exactly what we were trying to do. He's a big fan of that small window of prog rock that happened in the mid '70s with Yes and King Crimson and Genesis. So he knew what we were after, and he had tons of vintage gear and all these crazy guitars and all these crazy amps, and the guys were the guitar players especially, I think, were just like kid in a candy store, like, oh my God, look at this amp, like from 1960 whatever, and look at this guitar, and there was literally like 200 guitars up in the studio to choose from for those guys. And so it was the first record that we made that I felt like I didn't want the experience to end. The studio was like 4 minutes from my house, so I'd get up in the morning, drink a cup of coffee, mosey over to the studio, rock out a couple tracks, go back home,